Hello, everybody, and welcome back to KJ Olson Music for another Monday musical meditation. It's been a little while since I have been here for this, and part of that is because we just moved into a new apartment, and at the moment, that new apartment is being worked on. They are replacing the siding on the outside of the house, and I've been kind of putting off making videos while that's been happening because obviously the sound is very loud. You'll hear it throughout this video. But I wanted to come here today to address something that happened in my current place of living, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Last night, or yesterday, there was another fatal police shooting, another police murder of a young black man named Dante Wright, who was pulled over for a traffic violation, and the details of the case are not even that important because the most important piece of information to remember here is that it is never the right of a police officer to murder somebody for any reason. And there's really no argument. There's really nothing to be said. It is more than just a horrible tragedy. It is a systemic issue that continues to happen in front of our eyes and can feel so paralyzing, as though there's just nothing that we can do about it. And that's not entirely true. But I understand why people believe that there's nothing that can be done about it, because it keeps happening. Even while people are sharing their voices and getting out their messages that this is wrong and this is not something that we believe is right, it continues to happen. And we are now holding a 4-week trial for a murder that the entire world saw. That was the murder of George Floyd here in Minneapolis about a year ago now. And in the wake of everything that happened last summer, I wrote a piece of music that was my internal exploration of myself and the anti-racist work that I was doing to ensure that I was continuing to break down my own inner biases and to improve myself as a human being. And watching some others completely negate all of that and say that there's no need for any of that and that this is some liberal movement or some leftist conspiracy against the police or against this and that Blue Lives Matter and that all lives matter. It started to feel in some ways overwhelming, trying to pull out all of this negative, horrifying imagery and bias that was built up in me as I grew up. And I wrote this piece from the perspective of the fact that this work ultimately begins on an individual level. I had to do the work myself in order to help other people do the work as well, and to continue to be a part of the conversation, to raise awareness and to fight back. I had to be able to continue to do the work myself. And I can't expect other people to do the work if I'm not doing it as well. And I wrote this song over the course of a couple of weeks, and it started off as something very simple, me and a piano, and it turned into something much larger. I can link to the original music video that I made for it down below. But ultimately, it started off as a fairly intimate piece that turned into a much more grandiose piece. But today I wanted to come and talk about it a little bit. And my exploration with this piece was to dig out the things that I had been taught, right? The idea of color blindness and not seeing color, which is inherently wrong. It's offensive. And it is damaging, and it doesn't forward the conversation. To not see color is not a better way than recognizing that there are differences in the way that people are treated because of the color of their skin. And realizing that my queerness is not it does not negate the fact that I do walk through life with a fair amount of privilege because of my white skin. And these are things that I didn't necessarily not know, but I was really coming to terms with them in a bigger way than I ever had before. And I really continued to dig in and explore, and really ultimately the title of the song, Begins With Me, came out of this exploration that it really needs to start here, in here, and then I can find a way to bring it out. So today I wanted to come and do a pared down version of the piece, and we're gonna do that now. So without further ado, here is Begins With Me. How do I start? Where do I begin? The world needs me now, and I'm paralyzed within my fear of what waits outside. And I know that change is gonna come. And I know that I can be someone who fights to see the world through different eyes. Dig deep into my soul to change what I believe inside. If I seek to stand up and fight, a warrior, a true ally. The change begins with me. No, that's not right. That's just not me. I don't see color, you see. Okay. Let's break that down. Take some time and realize we've work to do here, you and me. And I know that change is gonna come. And I know that I can be someone who fights to see the world through different eyes. Dig deep into my soul to change what I believe inside. If I seek to stand up and fight, a warrior, a true ally. If I want to see the world change, then it has to start with me. If I truly believe myself to be an ally, then I have to start dismantling the racism inside of me. How can I hold other people accountable if I don't start holding myself accountable? The change, it begins with me. And I know that change is gonna come. And I know that I will be someone who fights to see the world through different eyes. Dig deep into my soul to change what I believe inside, if I seek to stand up and fight. A warrior, a true ally. The change begins with me. With me.